In this video, I'm going to run through 7 key factors you must consider when determining how much super you need for retirement. Also, if you stick around, I'm going to show you 2 free tools that you can use to start planning your retirement. One of which can predict the annual income you're likely to get from your super when you retire. I'm Chris Strano, Managing Partner of Toro Wealth, where we specialise in providing retirement planning advice for 50 to 70-year-olds. I'm also the founder of superguy.com.au. If you're new here, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell so that you get notified each time I release new video. As always, this video is general advice only and does not constitute personal financial advice, so please read the disclaimer below. In order to achieve a comfortable retirement, the Association of Superannuation Funds of Australia say that a single person needs $595,000 in super and a couple needs $690,000 in super combined. These figures are based on retirement at age 67 and covering annual retirement expenses of $51,630 for a single person and $72,663 for a couple. Now, while these figures might give you a rough guide, we both know that you're not the type of person who gets pigeonholed into some one-size-fits-all retirement plan. You're unique, and your retirement plan should be too. So to give you real value from this video, rather than just some generic dollar figures, I'm going to go through each of the factors you should be considering when determining how much super you need for retirement, so that you can make your plan uniquely yours. Let's take a look. The first consideration is your retirement lifestyle expectations. What are your retirement lifestyle expectations? Will your everyday expenses be higher or lower in retirement than they are now? Are you modest, frugal, and enjoy simple pleasures? Or do you spend a bit more, drive a nicer car, and splash out more on travel? The retirement lifestyle you lead and the expectations you have will be a major factor in how much super you need for retirement. The higher your expectations and expenses are, the larger your super balance will have to be. To give you an example, even if you were to only spend an additional $800 each month in retirement for 30 years, you would need an extra $185,000 in super at your retirement date. Another significant factor when considering your retirement needs is your retirement age. Your retirement age is probably the second most crucial component of calculating how much you need in retirement for 2 reasons. Firstly, the earlier you retire, the more super you will need to cover retirement expenses for longer, assuming that we all have the same statistical life expectancy. And secondly, the age pension is a social security payment that helps fund retirement for the large majority of Australians. The earliest age that an Australian becomes eligible for the age pension is 67. Therefore, retiring at age 67 provides the potential for your retirement income to be immediately supplemented, whereas retiring prior to age 67 will mean that all of your expenses are covered only from your super and investments in the initial years of retirement, causing them to deplete at a faster rate. So each year that you are reliant on your superannuation only will have compounding effects, causing your super balance to snowball down at a faster rate in a non-linear fashion. My point is, the closer you retire to age 67, the less super you need to retire. The next consideration is whether or not you'll be undertaking any casual work. Many of our clients continue to work in some capacity after retirement, not always out of necessity, but because they enjoy staying mentally active and engaged in the workplace, and the extra pocket money is a nice bonus too. Is casual work something that you would consider in retirement? If so, this can make your super last much longer. And there's one reason why this is a particularly important consideration. Supplementing your income needs, especially in the initial years of retirement, reduces the drawdown on your superannuation. This significantly reduces the risk of your retirement plan, because if you can draw down less of your super in the initial years of retirement, you not only give your investments more time to grow, but you also protect against the need to draw more on super if there was a large market correction in the first few years of retirement, which can have major consequences over the longer time horizon. As you can see in this chart, a 17% fall in your super balance within the first year of retirement with the same level of pension payments each year causes retirement savings to be exhausted 10 years sooner than if the correction did not happen in that first year. Having casual work supplement your income in the initial years of retirement so that you don't need to draw as much from super can reduce this risk. I'm also a big fan of only taking on as much investment risk as is required to meet your retirement objectives, and no more. I talk about investment risk profiling more in my 6-step Supercheck downloadable, which you can grab right now. There's a link to it in the description below and it's free. Anyway, back to the point. By continuing to supplement your income through casual work, you'll need less super overall to fund your retirement and will be negating one of the biggest risks to the longevity of your retirement. And not only that, the health advantages of staying engaged in the workplace shouldn't be underestimated. Remaining professionally active can boost mental well-being, provide social connections, and contribute to a sense of purpose, all crucial factors in maintaining good health in retirement. Speaking of good health, life expectancy and longevity is a major factor in considering how much super you need for retirement. Each year, the Australian Bureau of Statistics releases life expectancies for men and women, which is currently 81.2 years for males and 85.3 years for females. This can be a great starting point for calculating how long your retirement savings will need to last. However, there are a few considerations around this. For instance, your statistical life expectancy may be higher or lower based on where in Australia you live, your socio-economic circumstances, and your health, to name a few. If your retirement plan only caters for your superannuation to last until, say, age 85, but you end up living until age 95, have you considered how those final 10 years might be funded? The next important consideration is your marital status. The benefit of being partnered is that you will have many shared costs, and because of this, as a rule of thumb, retirement expenses should only be around 50% greater than a single person. Understanding what your expenses will be throughout retirement as a couple and optimizing how such expenses will be funded can help you calculate how much you need for retirement. A couple will also receive higher age pension entitlements combined compared to a single person and will have higher thresholds for eligibility due to two people being assessed. However, neither the age pension payments nor thresholds will be doubled. Speaking of the age pension, the Centrelink age pension is another consideration and will assist the majority of Australians at some point throughout retirement. Some of you will rely wholly or largely on it for the entirety of retirement, and for others, the age pension will provide a small supplement to other sources of income. There will also be many of you who might not be eligible for age pension payments immediately at retirement, but it could form a big portion of your income needs in your later retirement years as your super balance declines. Either way, understanding how the age pension can assist your retirement needs is crucial to knowing how much super you need for retirement. So too will your home ownership status. Your home ownership status and whether or not you have any residual mortgage at retirement will help you figure out how much super you need for retirement. If you are a non-homeowner, you will need to make an extra allowance for rental costs if this is an expense that you will incur. On the plus side, as a renter, your thresholds for age pension eligibility will be higher, meaning that you can have more investment assets yet receive the same age pension payments as a homeowner. Plus, you could be eligible to receive rent assistance. Okay, each of these factors will play a part in the amount of super you need for retirement, which is why each retirement plan is so unique. And it's important to consider each of these factors as you calculate the amount of super that you need. So to calculate the amount of super that you need, I'm going to show you two tools that you can use to get you off on the right foot with your retirement plan. Both of these tools are free and give you a good guide as to how much super you'll need to retire based on your specific needs. The first tool is the Budget Planner on the government's Money Smart website. To find this tool, just Google Money Smart Budget Planner. I've also put a link to this tool in the description below. This simple calculator tracks your expenses into categories and the type of expenses to be incurred. This will give you greater accuracy and certainty around what your expenses will be in retirement and ultimately how much super you will need to retire. To use the Budget Planner, you can simply add in how much you spend on each item within each category and the frequency in which you incur those items. It will then show you what you spend in each category and give you a summary total at the bottom. You can also add to your calendar as a reminder to update your budget in the future and turn on the auto save option if you like, so that you can start from where you left at a later date. It's a really simple but useful tool. The second tool for retirement is also on the Money Smart website and is the Retirement Planner. Again, the link to this tool will be in the description below. With a handful of inputs such as your super balance, retirement age and income, this tool can predict the annual income that you're likely to get from your super when you retire. It's probably not as advanced as the tools that we use with our clients, but it's an easy way to check if the retirement you envisage is on track and whether you might have enough income to cover your expenses based on the calculations from the first tool. This tool's interactive nature allows you to instantly adjust variables like retirement age or contribution levels and see the impacts on your results. Just make sure that you read all of the assumptions and disclaimers below the calculator to understand the data and calculations involved. So to get started, type in your age, your current wages or income before taxes, and your desired retirement age. Then your relationship status, which will open up the same inputs for your partner if relevant. After that, add in your super balance and your employer contribution rate. And this is currently 11.5%, increasing and stopping at 12% from the 1st of July 2025. Most people get this standard rate, but some of you may get more. No one gets less. And then you can add in whether or not you are making any additional before or after tax contributions, or if you plan on having a break in your career in the lead up to retirement. As you can see in the output, a single 58-year-old earning $80,000 per year with a desired retirement age of 65 and a super balance of $500,000, receiving standard employer contributions and making no additional contributions, will be able to achieve a retirement income of $60,000 per year until around age 91. You can view the results by income or by super balance. There are some advanced settings that you can change and some assumptions that you should be aware of, but this should give you a pretty good idea of where you stand. If you need help with your retirement plans, our financial planning firm Toro Wealth helps 50 to 70-year-olds optimize their financial position in the lead up to retirement and feel confident about retirement. Go to torowealth.com.au to find out more. If this video was helpful, remember to click the thumbs up button to show that you liked it and the subscribe button for more content.